What's up, folks? So the question is, when will we know ourselves? When will we really begin to have respect for our intelligence? How much longer are we going to live the lie? Right? When we begin to have respect and use our intelligence correctly to know our value, we will no longer elect others to diminish our value. Right? So if you believe that this video has anything to do with legalizing marijuana in Pennsylvania, you're not using your intelligence correctly. So it's meant to be like a riddle. So hopefully, if you stick with me, you'll at least understand what I'm saying. Because this video is not about legalizing marijuana in Pennsylvania. It's about knowing your value. It's about your value. And this video is also for future generations who will absolutely have the ability to use and respect their intelligence, to use their intelligence correctly, to know their value. Just like we do now. But it seems we have a long way to go. Because this is about thinking versus believing. And so true enlightenment, true spirituality, true spiritual responsibility is about having respect and using our intelligence correctly to know our value. Because there is no one who is more valuable than you. It is the root cause of all evil to believe that anyone has more value than you. I'm going to repeat that. The root cause of all evil is believing that other people have more value than you. Right? You're never going to defeat the enemy by protesting, fighting, replacing, electing others. The only solution is within, right? It's about respecting our intelligence to know our value. It's within. As within creates what we see without. And so we have to stop believing that others have more value than us. Because the belief is not true. The belief is not true. No one has more value than you. The industrial ruling class counts on us to be stupid. Right? They know that you know that they know that you know that you are lying to yourself about them. Right? I'm not just talking about them. I'm talking about anyone who we place above us. And so, we are all children of the earth. We are all equal under the eyes of the world. Right? The universe does not see any difference between us. The universe does not make exceptions. Right? When someone is falling off a cliff, the universe will equally allow for the consequences to play out. Right? When we care for the truth, we have respect for our intelligence. We have respect for ourselves and respect for the cliff. Right? And we keep our distance to avoid the negative consequences. Because we are all equal. And we have a spiritual responsibility to not cooperate. We have a spiritual responsibility to not cooperate with giving our value away. we have a spiritual responsibility to not cooperate with a ruling class. Because the amount of evil that exists in this world is proportionate to where we place our value. Right? The less value that we give away, the less evil there will be. As morality increases, freedom increases. And freedom is the exact opposite of evil. So when it comes to this issue of marijuana, do you really believe that your value can change depending on what side of the line you are standing? Do you? I'll leave that question there for you. But I will remind you that that belief is not true. No one can ever have more value than you. We are all children of the earth. The universe will not make exceptions, right? The consequences will play out perfectly, regardless if we lie to ourselves or we care for the truth, right? Because as morality increases, freedom increases. As morality decreases, freedom decreases. And folks, we are a very, very, very demoralized society. And the consequences of our beliefs are plain to see, right? If you're really looking at it right, or do you still see me talking about legalizing marijuana? And last but not least, you may hear people talking about a revolution, war, things of this nature. And I'd like to say that a revolution would be nothing more than just a stopgap, right? Because what's a revolution do but keep coming back again? And so what I keep talking about is an evolution, right? An evolution in our consciousness. An evolution in consciousness is the solution. Caring for the truth. Stop believing the lies that we tell ourselves. Knowing that our value cannot diminish regardless of what side of the line we're on. That we are equal, right? Equal rights. Do these people have equal rights here? So, using and having respect for our intelligence. It's love. That is love. Caring for truth, having respect for your intelligence is the highest form of love. And it's the only reason I come on here is, to say, hey, we can change, right? We can evolve consciousness. We can create this for the future of humanity, because change is possible, right? Change is one of those things that is part of living as a human being, that is a definite, just like the cause of death, the root cause of death is birth. We're all going to die, and change is always going to happen. So it can be however we want it to be. The universe doesn't care. but it's giving us the ability to create. And for me, I want to choose love over evil.